My goal was to buy some property and do sort of an edible food forest. And once I purchased this place, it became clear that I could also come up with a concept of a medicinal prairie.
Greetings, friends, from Eddy's farm. All those gathered near and far, metaphorically hold hands and sing along. Feed your cat and pet your dog. Welcome to Eddy's farm.
Good morning, this is Ed. I'm going to show you about a project I've been working on actually for a few years, but this week and specifically this weekend, as this area gets ready to have some rain finally, I've been really working pretty hard on getting it to a certain point where I could start planting some of the trees and plants that I've collected over the years. I call this Medicinal Prairie. I've taken some time over the years to add about 8 yards of sand into a fire pit, and I want the whole fire pit to be surrounded by what I would consider medicinal. I've been spending several years collecting the trees and the creating the structure that I want to have around this fire pit. So in future years, I could forage different items or enjoy some additional color. I've been keeping a lot of these smaller trees for the summer in these pools, just so I can keep them hydrated. But you can see there's kind of an assortment. Ow. It has taken about 5 years for me to do the clearing, the tree trimming, the recontouring of the property, which floods pretty significantly in winter, and turn it into more of a prairie, more of the edge of a forest. Today is just really creating I guess you would say the palette, and then I'll use the trees sort of to fill in around, to create some color effects, a sense of a grove pretty much, without really closing up this whole middle field, because I really like, now that I've done all this work to clear it out, got rid of the chicken coop and all the blackberries, I'm pretty excited about this next part of the project. Let's go check it out. Catos? Over the years, I've worked on this drainage ditch, which the goal is to make it so that I can just drive my brush cutter and my tractor through here. But I have a whole bunch of trees to plant. I want to create sort of a green tunnel effect and then add to sort of a, I don't know, I'd say magical grove concept with some of the trees around the fire pit. And again, this was all blackberries here a couple years ago. This is what took of my little medicinal prairie that survived the slugs and the deer and the lack of moisture in summer. It's a figwort and a soapwort, which aren't really doing much flower-wise. But I want to plant some fall color trees along the back here, and you can see where I've already kind of done the beds I want to use. And I want to do some willows, the ornamental, you know, just some nice ornamental cut flower type willow, pussy willow. But I have a lot more to do today. Here's another rather significant tree. Another big yellow or Sitka spruce. And this is some of the metal that I've already removed with the tractor out of that spot where I'd been stuck before, some of the metal culverts. And some of the other metal from around that I've just been gathering up with the goal to crush it with the tractor and take it to the metal recycle place.
back here, I've cleared a lot of blackberries. Like I said, this is all trees covered in blackberries. And now there's some blackberries still, but not like it used to be. And when I first moved here several years ago, I took a weed eater with a metal plate and cut a tiny little trail through here. And it took me about 6 hours cutting through blackberries. And we're talking just as wide as my belly. Not even like really a nice easy walk through. I think I got to about here. It was about an 86-degree day. And by the time I was done, I was so frustrated. But now, wait, oh, there's blackberries. Let's look away from that. This part of the property is taken on the quality that I was really going for, of basically a maze through the forest. As you can see, this turned out pretty great. It took a few years to really get up to this point, but I got all those old metal culverts and fence posts all cleared out. Was able to put in a nice little drainage ditch here. Removed a bunch of other slash wood piles, old fence posts, weird piles of wire.
was the run through with the tractor and the brush cutter attachment. I just wanted to see if the whole length of my new seasonal stream can be mowed, which was really frustrating this last summer that I couldn't do that because it really got pretty out of control. I have one spot here that I still need to, right along here. It's still a little narrow. So I wanna, when I get my backhoe switched out for my brush cutter, I wanna dig more of a even kind of straight line that sort of opens up when it goes back through the trees. That one tree there is kind of where the low spot is. And you see where I piled some of the dirt to plant some different items, and hopefully the effect, the overall effect, the overall goal is so that this whole field isn't a big flooded lake. I want it to be more of a stream that I can do my burning. So it rained last night and yesterday. It's clear this weekend, and it's going to rain all week. So a couple weeks of that, this will be a full-on stream, and down over here will just be a full-on pond that'll come up to about, if I waded out to it, it'd come up to about midway, I don't know, about 3 feet tall of water. And then it goes out along the property line along here, which you can't see, but I'm pointing out anyway. And now I get to do some of the fun part, which is sort out the trees that I have to plant and start planting them over the fall and the rainy months, and probably in through spring. I have some grass mixes, some clover mixes, some a no-mow mix, which is all wildflowers. So I'm pretty excited about this project taking shape.